welcome back to Ash Art Books. So today I thought I would talk about my auto-buy authors. So these are authors that to me, you absolutely have to own their book as soon as it comes out. And to be honest, I don't have that many. That's not to say I don't have favorite authors, but there's a lot of people that I can kind of wait for their books or see if the library has it, or maybe just not buy it like right that minute that it comes out. But there are a few, I've got 6 here that when I went through my shelves in my Goodreads, I'm like, yep, every time they put a book out, I have to get it immediately and buy it. These are also the authors that even when I'm really trying to like watch my book buying, like right now, I'm not on a ban or anything. I'm just trying to not buy as many books, kind of watch the book budget. I still will kind of let them be the exception. I think these videos are really fun to watch with other people because I just think it's a really good snapshot into some of your favorite authors and the ones that are like ride or die, you would do anything for. So without further ado, these are my auto-buy authors. So the first one is going to come as absolutely no shock, and that is Lisa Kleypas. You guys know she's one of my all-time favorite historical authors and authors in general. And it's funny because I've only started reading her in the past like 2 years, I'd say. I think it was 2 years this spring that I started reading more historicals and discovered her. But since then, every time she's had a book come out, I've bought it. I'd say within the first like 2 months or so of it being out, and to me that's pretty fast. Obviously I love her. If you haven't read her and you like historicals, or even if you don't like historicals, I would definitely give her a chance. I just picked one randomly, but this is probably one of my favorite covers, so that's why I went with this one, which is Devlin Spring. My next auto-buy author is Wendy Higgins, and it's funny because most of her books I actually own on my Kindle, but I think I own everything she's ever put out. I'm pretty sure. I haven't read 1 or 2 of them, but I do own them. So this one is Sweet Temptation. It's actually the only one I own in physical form, which I really need to remedy because she's one of my favorite authors. And she's one of those authors that like without fail, whatever she writes, because she's written a lot of different stuff. That's like YA paranormal. She's written more adult like contemporary romance, like Soul and Darkness. When I read that, that was Wendy Higgins. I just love all of it. So I really need to like buy more of her physical books. It's like a goal for this year. But I do love her Sweet Evil trilogy, and she also had a book I remember that came out with like had to do with St. Patrick's Day, I think last year, the year before that. That was really fun. So she's just one of those authors that it seems to me no matter what she puts out, I really enjoy it, and I typically do buy her books pretty darn soon after they come out because I just can't wait. Next one is probably my second favorite, or maybe they're tied, my historical romance author, and that is Julia Quinn. This is How to Marry a Marquis. Once again, how do you say that? This is the UK covers, which I am in love with, and that's another thing I really want to pick up more this year, is try and get some more UK covers because I think they're gorgeous and I think they're prettier than the US covers. But Julia Quinn, again, she's one of my favorite historical authors, and I think it does help, I have to say, that the historicals typically are in mass market paperback form, which means they're not that expensive. They're like $7.99 tops, so maybe $8, maybe like 10, but typically they're much cheaper coming out brand new than a lot of books that come out in hardback for YA. I do think that's part of why I kind of buy more historical romance than I do some of the other genres I do enjoy, just for the price factor. But getting off on a tangent, but yes, Julia Quinn definitely is one of my favorites. Again, I've been reading her for about 2 years, but in that 2 years she's had a couple of books come out, and I have bought all of them, and went back and bought all of her older titles as well. So she's definitely a favorite, and I've seen this before, but if you love historicals and you want it to be really funny, I definitely suggest picking up a Julia Quinn. Next is Emma Chase, and there's just 2 of her. So this is Royally Matched by Emma Chase and Sustained by Emma Chase. This one is about a group of lawyers, and the other one is obviously about a royal kind of family and the people around them. I love Emma Chase. I've been reading her for a few years as well, and she is for sure someone that as soon as a new book comes out, I drop what I'm doing and I buy the book and I read the book. Hers is definitely one of like a one click. A lot of her books I own on my Kindle as well, and then I've slowly been picking up some of the paperbacks from her just because I love them so much. I really want them in physical form. I actually just picked one up the other day and I'm really excited for it to come. Side note, if you do like Emma Chase, check out her physical like paperbacks on Amazon right now because I'm not sure if I've been sleeping on this or if it's a sale, but they had a couple of the books in the Royal series on sale, or not on sale, just on Amazon for like $8.99, which for a self-published book I thought was really good. So if you want some M. Chase books, go see if they have a decent price on Amazon right now. But I love her. She's another one that no matter what she writes, whether it's about lawyers, whether it's about a royal family, she wrote Getting Schooled last year, which was about teachers. Contemporary romance wise, she just is one of my all-time faves, and I have to have her stuff. Speaking of contemporary romance, my favorite romantic comedy writer, it has to be R.S. Gray. This is the only one I own in physical form, but I own all the rest of her books. I'm pretty sure every single one she's written on my Kindle, and I love her. I think everything she's written, I've given at least, I think 4 or 5 stars. I don't think I've given any 3. Regardless though, she's still an author that as soon, again, just like Emma Chase, as soon as that book comes out, it's either pre-ordered or it's getting ordered that day that it comes out and I'm gonna read it. She also does really good deals with her pre-orders with, a lot of times they're like 99 cents if you order them before they come out. I just love her books so much, and especially if you want something, again, funny, but also have really good storylines. I love her. She's someone who comes out with books pretty frequently during the year, and so the fact that I'm able to kind of keep up and read them every time they come out is a sign of how much I just really appreciate her writing and can't wait for more. And last but certainly not least is probably my first auto-buy author on this list, which is Jennifer L. Armentrout, and by first I mean like the one I've been buying the longest auto-buy-ing. But she is one of my all-time favorite authors, if not my favorite. She's written so many different things. She used to write under Jane Lynn when she wrote more like adult romance. I don't think she's doing that anymore. I think she's just writing under Jennifer Armentrout across the board. But there are so many different series she's put out, and I've bought almost every single one like as they've come out. The Luck series is fantastic. This is the spinoff that came out last year of the Luck series. I say she's not my author, and I still stand by that, but there is like one I believe I don't own, and it's a contemporary like romance, but I do own all of her like fantasy paranormal, so I'm still counting it, but there is 1 or 2 I think I need to buy. But I feel like you just can't go wrong with her. Everything she writes, her characters are just so spot on. Again, really funny, a lot of humor in her books. And definitely give her a try if you haven't already. Alright guys, so those are my auto-buy authors, the ones that I have to have, that I one-click, that I pre-order, that I buy the day they came out, or at least, you know, within the next month or so, I'd say. Let me know down below what some of your favorite auto-buy authors are, and maybe why they're your favorite. I also want to let you guys know that I have a video that recently came out with Read Bliss, where I talk all about my favorite indie authors, and I had so much fun doing that video, and I talk about some of my really all-time favorite authors that are independently published. So I would love it if you guys would go over and check that out if you're interested. I'll put a link down below to their channel and give them a subscribe while you're over there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.